Jackson Radio Show.
This is a Fox News alert. Documents obtained exclusively by this show a few hours ago show that yet another key player in the Mueller Independent Counsel investigation has deep ties to the Democratic Party establishment. His name is Aaron Zebley. He is described in media reports as Mueller's right-hand man. Back in 2015, Zebley was a lawyer in private practice, and he represented Hillary Clinton IT staffer Justin Cooper. Cooper is the one who, personally put in the Secretary of State's private illegal server in her Chappaqua home. Congressional investigators sought to meet with Cooper, but they were stonewalled again and again by Zebley. Documents that we obtained today show the frustration of the Senate Homeland Security and Government Affairs Committee in trying to get to Mr. Cooper because, and we're quoting now, Mr. Zebley telephoned Homeland Security Committee staff to inform them that Cooper had chosen to cancel the interview. In a letter to Cooper, congressional investigators complained that, quote, "We are troubled by your attorney," referring to Zebley, "his complete refusal to engage the committee in a discussion about how to further assuage your concerns." Take that in for a minute. A lawyer who played a defense role in the federal investigation into Hillary Clinton is now playing an offensive role in the federal investigation into President Trump. This is not the first time the Mueller probe has been dogged by questions of partisanship. FBI official Peter Strzok, we've been telling you about all week, was removed from that probe, demoted to the HR office over at the FBI, following the discovery of anti-Trump text messages and pro-Hillary text messages he had sent to his mistress, also an FBI employee. The investigative team over there includes the Mueller team, Kyle Freeney, he's an Obama donor, and Jeannie Rhee, who once represented the Clinton Foundation. To make matters even messier for the Justice Department, by the way, a senior official recently demoted amid an investigation into his contacts with the opposition research firm that produced the now discredited Trump dossier. Initially, Justice Department officials would not provide the reason for the official's demotion, but details were later turned over by Congressman Devin Nunes, who found the official had met with Christopher Steele, the former British spy and author of the dossier, back during the last campaign. Boy, it's a lot to digest. All of it comes as FBI Director Chris Wray was grilled by Congress this afternoon. Take a look at part of that.
I'd ask you again, surely you've examined the definition and the distinction between extreme carelessness and also extreme carelessness and the gross negligence that's within the statute. You really going to tell us today that you don't have an opinion on that distinction?
Gross negligence is the language in the statute, I believe. But I believe also that almost anybody who grabbed a thesaurus would say that gross negligence and extremely careless are pretty darn close to each other.
So if they're close to each other, then why change it?
All right, everybody, welcome back. Kevin Jackson, that was Tucker Carlson, doing an intro before he brought in, was it Grassley? I don't remember who, but he brought somebody in after that to discuss it. But that's pretty much it in a nutshell. Now, I don't have to tell you this. If they had that much connective dots on something against you, you'd be in jail. And we are getting close to this. And I know it's torturous because we're saying, look, this is pretty much cut and dry. But it isn't with the least common denominators. And that brings me to why doesn't President Trump fire Mueller? And many people, Kevin, you should let him go. There's enough against him. And trust me, I get your notes and all. I get it. But Donald Trump does things differently, doesn't he? I mean, if there's anything you've learned about this man, he's not your typical strategy guy. His tactics baffle many people. Unconventional only begins to describe this man. And I'll use his tweeting as a first example. When Donald Trump started tweeting, almost every expert, every political person on the planet said he needs to stop. They recommended that he quit. And Trump said, he's like, a lot of people say I need to quit tweeting. He brought it up, and then he kept tweeting. In fact, he tripled down. He didn't double down. He tripled down. He split those aces. They dealt him some more aces up. Split them again. He tripled down. Now, let me ask you this. Where do you find this tweeting is a tactic? You like it, you hate it. Let me tell you, the majority of the people have softened on Trump's tweeting. The ones that went, he needs to stop it, Kevin, are now saying, you know what, I don't always like what he says, but, I see why he does it. Yeah, you're starting to get it. So when Mueller was selected as special prosecutors, many Americans, including myself, were skeptical. I was skeptical because I said, Comey recommended him. Oh, Mueller. Oh, my gosh. He's the most clean cut. He's the best. How could we possibly do any better than him? And I went, Mueller's a skunk. Comey giving him that kind of credit means he knows something's up. And what have we learned about Mueller? He went to Hillary Clinton's butt-kicking party after the election, probably licked her buttocks, helped her get it, get everything all, the wounds needed to heal. So Mueller helped her out. Maybe Al Franken was there to pat her on her bum too. I don't know. Maybe John Conyers joined him. But Mueller, we've learned, is a Democrat. He hangs out with Obama. He and Comey are best buddies. Comey covered for the Democrats and Hillary Clinton. And then he goes to Hillary's party. Then what did he do? Mueller almost immediately started stacking the deck with people who supported Hillary Clinton. You people were all over. Kevin, he's stacking the deck with people who love Hillary. I said, that's okay. Y'all were mad. I wrote about it. I said, look, Mueller's got this part. These are obvious conflicts. And people, Kevin, it's a conflict. I don't understand why he's doing it. Donald Trump hasn't said a word. And I wrote back. I said, Donald Trump isn't saying a word, and there's a reason for it. That's right. Stacking the deck with pro-Hillary, anti-Trump, Trump haters. And people are, Kevin, it's going to backfire. Why is he doing this? Mueller's going to rake him over the coals and blah, blah, blah. And I said Trump did the right thing in not fighting against Mueller. And people, Kevin, you're crazy, man. What are you talking about? He's going to get him. You know how the deep state is? Obama's got that big OFA organization, all that money. They're all against him. He's got people in the swamp. He still hasn't drained the swamp. Y'all gave me everything. Then the left baited Donald Trump. You know what they baited him with? Fire Mueller. You need to fire that guy. They were saying it. They were the ones spinning this stuff. President Trump may fire Robert Mueller. Y'all remember that? There wasn't a leftist rag on the planet that didn't say President Trump might be considering firing Mueller. It will be hell to pay if he fires Mueller. They were doing it. It sounds like that. There'll be hell to pay. He better not, because they thought he was going to just go, what do you mean I better not fire him? I'll fire him. I'll do whatever I want to do. You can't tell me what to do. You can't tell me what to do. This would be the greatest thing ever. The greatest thing I've ever done. Yeah, I could do this. You just watch. You watch and see. I'll do it. But they baited him. Fire him. We dare you. We dare you to fire him. And Trump was like, no, it's okay. And it freaked them out. They didn't know what to do. Totally freaked out. Why is he not firing Mueller? We've given him ammo. Why is he not taking it? You guys know why? Yeah. Where do you find yourselves right now in this investigation? Is Mueller investigating Trump? Who's he investigating? Who's under investigation? I'm just asking. I want an answer. Because you know who's under investigation? Mueller and his entire crooked team. That bogus organization, that bogus investigation is in a heap of trouble. Here's what the Daily Caller said. An attorney for special counsel Robert Mueller attended Hillary's election night party in New York. Andrew Weissman's attendance at the party is one of the many signs pointing to a troubling bias from the attorney. Weissman has been described by the New York Times as Mueller's lieutenant and pit bull. I said Mueller when it was his lieutenant. Conservative watchdog group Judicial Watch obtained an email Tuesday that revealed Weissman praised former acting Attorney General Sally Yates' defiance of Trump. I'm so proud and in awe. Thank you so much. All my deepest respects. That's what he wrote to Yates on January the 30th. It followed her instructions to the DOJ not to defend the executive order banning immigration from 7 nations, an act that led to her dismissal by President Trump. Now, Wiseman is one of several Democratic donors that have been hired by Mueller, a registered Republican. That's a shill. The special counsel's pit bull donated $6,600 to the presidential campaigns of Obama and Hillary Clinton. This probe has been criticized by Trump allies, but the White House maintains Donald Trump has no intention to fire Mueller. That's so funny. White House Press Secretary Sarah Sanders said in October that Mueller's investigation would end, quote, soon. So the man investigating President Trump is a friend of Hillary Clinton. He's loaded his investigation with big supporters of Hillary Clinton.
Radio Network.
You can't
Do you owe back
unlevel
taxes to the
playing
IRS
field
or
more than
state?
this.
The secret to avoiding the IRS nightmare is to seek professional representation. My friends at Security Tax Associates provide the most cost-effective and ethical representation in the industry while helping to avoid seizures, levies, and wage garnishments. Security Tax Associates is here to ensure that the appropriate steps are taken to permanently eliminate any possibility of future tax burdens once and for all. For a free, no-obligation consultation, contact Security Tax Associates, 844-779-4177. That's 844-779-4177. 844-779-4177. Or visit them at securitytaxassociates.com.